東嘅？
都唔係好凍。
哇！我覺得你一定好凍啊。
Maybe.
Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Thanks for being here.
Jonathan's like, aren't you cold? It's usually I'm always in a sweater. I don't feel okay this morning. Probably will get cold partway through meditation. I'll just have to suck it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair enough. You still have your like little stickers on from your treatment.
I know, I do. There's some up here.
Interesting.
Can't really see it.
No, it's okay. They're like these like little it just looks like a round sticker that has a little bump, and on the inside of the sticker, the bump, there's like 0.5 millimeter needle.
Yeah.
Acupuncture. They're kind of cool.
Oh, it's too bright.
Too bright.
Yeah, there. You can
Yeah.
see there's 4 here. Usually I have some on my feet,
Yeah.
my hands, but this time it's mostly here. And I have 2 on my feet, but 1 already came off. So
It's like a way to extend the treatment.
yeah. So
It's cool.
yeah, it doesn't hurt or anything. I actually don't. I kind of forgot about these ones here.
Yeah.
And they do last a couple of showers if you're careful.
Mm-hmm.
The ones on the hands they usually fall off first because washing your hands
When you
more,
use your
moving your
hands
hands,
more, yeah.
yeah. So I totally forgot that the ones here until you mentioned it.
No, it's cool. Good morning, Mom. Thanks for joining.
Good morning.
Let's get started.
Okay.
Let's do it. We're actually going to lie down today.
Well then, I will be cold. Oh my gosh! Guess what we have here?
Oh no. Queenie has her comfy here. Alright, so you can do the same thing. Make yourself comfy. Lie all the way down. Yeah. And once you're lying flat, rest the palms face up next to the thighs. Have the feet a little bit wider than hip width. Settle into your mat. Close your eyes. And I invite you as you lie here to bring your awareness down to your right hand. You don't have to move anything, just stay nice and still. Just allow your awareness to travel to the right hand. You might notice the temperature first. You might notice the orientation of your palm, face up, curls, your fingers curled in. As you focus more and more of your attention on your right hand, see if you can feel the inside of your right hand. And then following that awareness of the inside of the right hand, up your arm, past your wrist, your forearm, your elbow, your shoulder, across your collarbone, to the left collarbone, past the left shoulder, down the upper arm, past the elbow, the forearm, the wrist, until your awareness lands on the left hand. And letting that awareness spread from the inside of your left hand until as we start to become aware of the outside. That might be temperature, orientation, texture. And same idea, starting with your left foot. Just allow that spotlight of awareness to move down to your left foot. First, just noticing where it is. Temperature, texture, orientation. And allowing that awareness to move deeper inside your left foot. Allow the awareness of the inside of the left foot to spread up to the left ankle, shin, knee, thigh, hip. That awareness moves across your pelvis to the right hip. And from the right hip down the right thigh, past the knee, past your shin, the ankle, and into the right foot. And the right foot feeling the awareness spread from the inside towards the outside. Maybe at first you weren't aware of temperature, texture. You start to get that awareness now. So with that awareness on your extremities, fingers, your toes. Notice temperature. If you're starting with cold fingers and toes today as we practice, keep some awareness on warming them up. You can start to lengthen your inhales and your exhales. Move your fingers, move your toes. Turn your head side to side. You can inhale, give yourself a bit of a stretch. And exhale to soften. Bend your knees, either roll to right or left side, or rock up into a seated position. In your seated position, connect your palms in prayer at heart center, thumbs rest into the sternum. Beginning to the sound of a single Om. Inhale. Bow your head. Blink your eyes open.
All right, first, take off your comfy.
Okay, Obi-Wan.
Come into a tabletop position. And from your tabletop, you can choose either moving into a child's pose, tilting your hips back, toes untucked, or move into puppy pose, so keeping your hips over your knees, walking your hands forward, melting your chest and your chin down. Hands can spread a little wider, and either option, separate your hands from your bum as they push into opposite directions, their respective directions, melting your chest downwards. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. And open your mouth to sigh that breath out. And take your time to come back to a tabletop. Okay, from tabletop, just start to move your head. So draw your head in circular motion. And switching directions. Bring your head back through center, tuck the toes, lift the knees, come into your downward facing dog. Notice the sensation from your sole of the foot to the ankle, calves, back of the legs. Notice sensation in your hips, your spine, shoulders, elbows, wrists to your palms. And when you inhale, come to plank position. Exhale, come back to downward facing dog. Do that again. Breathe in, come to plank. Exhale back to down dog. Feel it pops and clicks in the body. One more. Inhale to plank. And exhale, come back to downward facing dog. We'll just walk the hands towards the feet. Place your palm deliberately as you walk each step back. And then come into a halfway lift. Inhale, arch your spine, and exhale, fold. Pressing into your feet, lift all the way up. Breathe in, stretch. Breathe out, hinge from the hips, folding again. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, walk your hands forward. And again, deliberate lifting and lowering of each palm, coming to plank pose. So shift your shoulders forward, and we'll exhale, lower all the way down onto the belly. Inhale to cobra, draw your shoulders back, lift your heart forward, press your legs down, and exhale, releasing. Again, breathe in, lift your chest. Breathe out, release. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Come to tabletop or plank when you breathe in. Breathe out, come back to downward facing dog. And then when you inhale next, look forward. As you exhale, walk your feet slowly to the top of your mat. Coming to a halfway lift, breathe in. Breathe out, fold. Lift all the way up, inhale, stretch. Exhale, release your arms by your side. Good, have your legs come together. Move into a chair pose when you breathe in. Bend your knees, sweep your arms up. Good, exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. When you exhale, step your left foot all the way back. Bring your left knee down. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Melt your hips forward. Good, take another breath in, reach tall. And when you exhale, like you're pulling something heavy down, bend your arms into cactus. Good. Inhale, sweep your arms back up. Same thing, like you're pulling something heavy down. Exhale, cactus. Engaging your lats. Inhale, lift the arms back up. Exhale, bend your elbows. Pause here. Keep pushing your elbows back, lifting your chest up. Tuck your left toes, and slowly begin to lift the left knee. Keeping a deep lunge here, feeling the hips, the legs. Take one more inhale. And exhale, release your hands down. Bring your left knee down. Walk your hands to the left side. Sweep your left foot over to the right side. So you notice Jonathan's foot now comes towards me instead of the back of the mat. Good. You can wiggle the right foot forward a little more. Your right toes can point to the left side here. Walk your left hand to the back of the mat. Reach your right arm up. And then over, so your right bicep is by the ear, right hand reaching to the back of the mat. Good. Try not to stick your bum back, but try to push your hips forward a little bit more. And keeping the left hand that's on the mat, make it a little lighter. Try to lift your ribs up to the ceiling. Good. Take another inhale. And when you exhale, you want to sit back and down onto the mat, face the front. Your left leg, slide it out from underneath your right thigh, and then turn your hips to the front of the mat. Right leg points straight forward as well. You can have a bend to the knee. You're going to inhale, reach your arms up. And as you exhale, come forward to fold. You can hold any part of the leg. You can hold the foot. Just try not to fall into the trap of pulling strongly with your arms to come deeper. As Jonathan likes to say, your foot is not a handle.
It's a guide.
It's a guide, right? So, and touching your toes or not being able to touch your toes has nothing to do with the pose itself. The pose here, I want you to what you should be feeling is a stretch in the inner, in the back of your leg. And some of us might feel a stretch in the inner thigh on the left side. That knee might be lifted for some of us. Close your eyes here, taking 3 more slow, long breaths. You might feel a stretch in your lower back or anywhere along the spine. 1 more breath. And then when you inhale next, come all the way up. Straighten your left leg, shake it out, and bringing feet maybe towards the top of the mat. And then arms are going to reach forward. We'll lie back together. So take an inhale. As you exhale around the spine, lower for 10. Squeeze your legs. 9, 8, breathe. 7, 6, 5, halfway. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Head comes down. Arms reach overhead. Point your toes. Take a deep breath in. Sigh your breath out. Bend your knees. Hug the legs into your chest. And begin to rock. Rock from shoulder blades to sit bones. And you're basically just rocking back up to seated. You can cross your ankles. Bring your hands forward. Send your legs back. Come to a plank position. Take an inhale. And you exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. Good. Bring your arms out to the sides in cactus. And then when you inhale, lift everything up off the mat. Arms, legs, chest. Exhale, gently come down. 2 more. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale, release. Lift up, breathe in. Stay lifted. Bring your palms next to your chest. Tuck your toes. Use the knees if you need. Tabletop or plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in through the nose. Sigh that breath out. Walk your hands to your feet again, coming to the back of your mat. Good. Once you're at the back, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, full forward. Stretch all the way up, breathe in. Bend your right elbow, left hand holds the elbow. You can guide the elbow to the space behind your head. Add a bit of a side bend. Reaching your right elbow towards the left, but upwards as well towards the ceiling. Grounding into your feet. Then inhale, come through center, straighten the arms up. Bend your left elbow, exhale. Right hand holds the left elbow. Come to the right side to lengthen your left side. Breathe. Coming back through center, arms reach up, breathe in. Exhale, full forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, walk your hands towards the top of the mat. Hold your down dog here. You can stay. If you want to move through around a vinyasa, you can inhale to come to plank. Find chaturanga when you exhale, up dog or cobra, breathing in. And then moving back to downward facing dog, breathe out. All right, gaze forward when you inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale to a halfway lift. Full forward, exhale. Lift all the way up, breathe and stretch. Release your arms, exhale. Legs are together, find chair pose, bend your knees. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Good. Exhale, full forward. Inhale, halfway lift, deep breath. When you exhale, keep the left foot there, send your right leg to the back of the mat, lower your right knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Melting your hips forward. Reach taller on the inhale. And again, like you're pulling something heavy down, exhale, bend your elbows, come into cactus. Good. Inhale, lift back up, straighten the arms, lift higher in the chest. Exhale, bend your elbows. Good. Inhale, lift, arms up. Exhale, bend. Keep your back strong. Squeeze your shoulder blades together so your forearms, your elbows go further back in space. Tuck your right toes. Lift the right knee. Try to keep your hips low. Good. Push your right heel back. Square your hips. Breathe in. When you exhale, slowly release hands down onto the mat. Good. Lowering the right knee again. Walk your hands over to the right side. Swing your right foot to the space behind you, which is the left side of your mat. Just lengthen your left leg and point the toe to the right side. Right hand to the back of your mat. Reach your left arm to the back of the mat as well. Notice if your hips are sinking back, try to push your hips forward so that you're stacking your hips directly over your right knee. Keep your right hand feeling light. Press your left foot down into the mat. Lift your left ribs higher. Breathe. Good. And then slowly you can start to sit back. You release your right foot from underneath your left thigh. Legs are like in tree pose, Janu Shasana. You can kind of bend to your left knee, flex your left toes and ankle. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold. So while we're holding this pose, try to press the right thigh downwards without using your hands. So you're engaging your hip, your glutes, flexing your left toes. Think about pushing your bum back and then reaching the top of your head, reaching your collarbones forward towards your left leg. Notice the sensation here. You want a general stretch in the back of the left leg if the hamstrings are tight. You don't want to be able to feel just one point in the back of your leg. And sometimes we can go too deep by pulling too strongly with our arms in our kind of enthusiasm to go deeper into the pose.
Enthusiasm.
Breathe. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Nice deep inhales, long exhales, and the exhales, imagine any tightness or discomfort leaving the body. 1 more breath. And then when you inhale next, slowly come back up, straighten your right leg, shake the legs out. You might come towards the top of your mat. Good. Arms are gonna reach forward, but we're gonna go back. So breathe in. Exhale, 10, round your spine, 9, 8, breathe, 7, 6, 5, halfway, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Head comes down, arms sweep overhead, point your toes. Again, we're gonna breathe in through the nose, sigh that breath out. Bend both your knees, hug your legs in. Gently rock side to side. And then again, we'll rock back and forth. Feel free to cross your ankles. And you'll rock up, bring your hands forward, send your legs back, hold your plank here. Breathe in. Exhale, lower all the way down. Bring your arms into cactus again. And then when you inhale, float everything up. Strong back body. Exhale, lower all the way down. Again, you're gonna lift up, breathe in. Breathe out, release. Lift up. Lower. 2 more. Inhale, push your belly down. Try to lift your entire thigh off the mat. Lower. 1 more. Breathe. Stay lifted. Bring your palms next to your chest. Flex your feet so you can bring toes down. Use the knees if you need. Plank or tabletop. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe through the nose and out through the mouth. Sweep your right leg up. Inhale. Step your right foot to the right edge of your mat. Bend the right knee. Melt your hips. Left hand stays. Sweep your right arm up. Come into a twist. Let the hips melt as you reach your right arm high. And then when you exhale, place your right hand down. Push your bum back. Let the right leg begin to straighten. You might lift the toes. You might lift the toe mound. Pushing your sit bones back. Again, lengthening collarbones. Top of your head forward towards the front edge of your mat. Good. Take 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. When you inhale next, bend the right knee. Palms connect to the mat. Send your right foot all the way back to your plank pose. Breathe in. Lower all the way onto the belly. Breathe out. Bring your arms into cactus again. Inhale, lift up. Good. This time, exhale. Bring your palms in front of your face. Push into the palms. Lift a little higher. Bring your legs onto the mat. And bring your elbows down into Sphinx. So we can walk your arms in the touch, elbows under the shoulders. Push into your elbows, neck nice and long. Tuck your toes here, breathe in. When you exhale, push into the forearms, lift your belly and your hips so you're in your forearm plank. You're gonna keep your left arm there, you're gonna lift your right arm up, toes can turn to the right for a moment. When you exhale, place your right palm down, push into the palm so you can come to your left hand and then go back to your downward facing dog. Sweep your left leg up in the air. Inhale. Step your left foot to the left edge of your mat. Bend the left knee. Melt your hips. Right hand stays. Left arm will lift up. Find a nice twist. Keeping your hips pushing down, but lifting your left arm, left shoulder up. Exhale, left hand comes down. Start to straighten your left leg. Push by pushing your bum back. Lift the toes. You can lift the left toe mound. You can keep the foot completely planted on the mat as well. Breathe. Feel the body creating space, so lengthening rather than just compressing, rather than just folding in half. Make space. Inhale, next left knee bends. Step the left foot all the way back. Lower all the way down. And bring your arms to cactus one more time. You're going to inhale, float everything up. Good. Bring your hands slightly in front of your face, palms down. Push into the palms, lower your legs, and then hug your elbows in to bring your elbows down. Walk the elbows back a touch if it's not under the shoulders. And once again, we're going to lift your heart forward, push your hip crease down, breathe in, start to tuck your toes, breathe out, lift your belly and your hips. Good. Left arm's going to lift up, turn your toes to the left, strong right shoulder, left palm will slowly come down. Push into the palm so you can lift your right forearm, bring your right hand down onto the mat, and then exhale to your downward facing dog. Stay here if you want to move through a vinyasa, you can. Inhale into plank, chaturanga. When you exhale, up dog or cobra, breathe in, back to downward facing dog, breathe out. Good. When we send the feet to the top of the mat, bring them as wide as your mat. So inhale, look forward, exhale, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop, come to the top. Bend your knees, move towards a squat. So you might have to keep your bum a little higher and try to lift your chest. In your squat, I want you to try to keep your heels grounding on the mat. And just checking, if your knees like to point out a lot, turn your toes the same amount. If your knees point straight forward, turn your toes to point forward as well. So pick what works for you. Try to lengthen your spine. Good. One more breath in, one more breath out. So if this feels nice, you're feeling a stretch in the inner thighs, or you notice you need the ankle stretch or the hip stretch, stay here. You can transition between this pose or a forward fold. You can move back and forth between the two. So you can also lift the bum up. You can interlace the hands in your forward fold, or you can hold your ankles or hug the legs. You can start to come into crow if you like, placing your palms shoulder width or a little wider, leaning forward, lifting the feet up. You can transition from crow if you want to your headstand by not dropping your head but lowering it with control, maybe lifting the legs.
Knees can also stay on the elbows for teddy bear.
So breathe, whatever you've chosen, whether you've gone upside down or you stay in a squat or a forward fold. One more breath. Good. And then from here, wherever you may be, plant your feet back down onto the mat. If they're not on the mat, bring your hands down on the mat, lift the bum up, turn your toes forward, shake out the legs. Sway the hips, the spine. Imagine you're like seaweed underwater. Not turbulent water though. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place your hands down, send your feet back. Good, and you can lower your knees to lie down, you can lower onto your belly and roll over to lie down. Pick what works for you. Stretch your arms overhead one more time. Take a deep breath in. Sigh your breath out. And then you can bring your arms back to your side if that feels better. Or you can keep your arms overhead or even in cactus. Finding your Shavasana shape. For a moment here, there's nothing else you need to worry about or think about except allowing your physical body to sink and melt into the ground. Allow your thoughts to kind of just fade into the background as your breath returns to its natural rhythm. It is Friday, so if you'd like to stay longer, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, you can start to take deeper inhales again. Feel your exhales become a little longer than your inhales. Move your body again from your fingers to your toes. When you're ready, you can start to bend your knees, rock yourself up or roll to one side. And make your way back to a comfortable seated position. Allow your spine to remain tall and light. Shoulders are relaxed. Neck stays long, eyes are closed. We will close our practice with the sound of Om. Connect your palms. Take a deep breath in. Bowing your head. Thank yourself for making time for your practice. We thank you for joining us today. Hope you're able to find some peace, love, and gratitude. Take that with you. Share it with everyone you interact with. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday and weekend. Namaste.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Happy Friday. Hope you enjoyed practice. And if you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate. Reach out. Abby, good morning. Thanks for getting out of bed.
A little late.
Right in on time to finish.
Just a heads up that Queenie and I are doing a campaign with Pukka Herbs over on our personal accounts and on Focus Retreats account as well. And if you'd like to claim some free tea, it's just samples. You can go to the link in our bio, to the link tree, and find the free Pukka tea samples.
Yeah, and our post also has like little tricks on how to sleep better.
Yeah.
Different yoga poses or breathing exercises that you can do.
And there is yin tonight as well.
Yes.
If you would like to join us
5:30.
for a 5:30 1-hour juicy yin stretch, you're welcome to head to the link in our bio and follow that to our Zoom classes to sign up for some Zoom action.
So yeah, thank you Vanessa, thanks Rhonda, thanks Karen, Jen, Julia, thank you Cindy, Sarah. It's good to see familiar names and new names. Thanks for, taking time to type something out too, because sometimes I know it can be a lot to do on top of everything else, like all the time we spend online.
For sure.
So yeah, we're grateful that you are here live with us. And if you're watching this recorded as well, we're grateful. So hope you all enjoy a great weekend.
Thanks for your continued support, whether you're taking Zoom classes, donating, or even just telling a friend about our classes here. It really does mean a lot.
Thanks, Jenny. Glad you're able to make it live. And Jonathan's mom as well.
Thanks, Mom.
Abby's grateful she slept in.
Normally, if in the morning, because sometimes we'll leave her alone and then she'll eventually get up and come down. But like normally if we say, let's go, or like, come on, she like pops up and it's like, okay, she gets up. This morning I was like, Abby, let's go. And all that happened was her eyebrows went.
And she's like, why?
she was curled up in a ball. Like she didn't move. Just her eyebrows were like, what?
She is our spirit animal. This is kind of in the morning. This is what we want to do. So when mom's like, hey, wake up, our alarm's on, and then we just want to like.
Some mornings I'm a little bit. I pop out of bed a little easier.
Some mornings, yeah. I feel like in the summer like
sunny days.
Sunny days definitely
100%.
easier. Like I definitely want to get up and be like just be awake.
Hibernation is a real thing.
Yeah, I do feel that.
Or either that or Abby's slowly infecting us. She knows when it's a rainy day.
Like 20 hours a day, so
she looks so angry.
I hope she's not infecting us.
Giving away all of her secrets.
I think everyone knows dogs like pretty much sleep 20 hours a day. She's like awake 4 hours. That's about it.
Oh boy. Well, on that note,
enjoy your weekend.
Have a
safe one, and we'll see you on Monday.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.